How the Lord can create life. I mean, it's unbelievable. You just see that little baby's head pop out. Your whole life is transformed and changed, and you just love it so much, and you cry, you know? And then 10 years later, that same thing, you want to slap the living out of it. You know what I mean? It's
Welcome to Pegasus versus the World, where we take on challenges, comedy, trending topics, and some travel.
City boy, city boy.
What's up, y'all? What's up? How are you doing? How are you doing? Anyways, we're back with it. We got Larry the Cable Guy. I quit being a dad. Is the title. I don't know where this is gonna go. Larry the Cable Guy is funny. I mean, even that little bit of an intro right there, he's snapping off. So let's get it. You guys can check out this video right here on Laugh Society, Laugh Society's channel. It is titled, I Quit Being a Dad, Larry the Cable Guy. Sometimes I link the videos in the description. Sometimes I don't. It just depends. It was funny because I got this comment on one of my reactions. It's like, I hate that you don't put the link to the video in the description. I thought that was interesting because the whole first 2 minutes of the video I utilized to promote the comedian, the artist, whatever I'm reacting to, the channel it's on, etc. And it's just as easy as getting on YouTube and searching it because I don't go to some really in-depth search to find this stuff. It's like put it in, and I'm like, oh, here's something. So I just thought that was interesting. People complain about free content all of the time. And I'm just like, yo, man, this ain't my content. I do support it. And, every now and then I try to put stuff in the description. But if people don't also know, running 3 channels, I had to delegate people to start, doing, let's say, thumbnails or titling and doing stuff like that. So I just think people are just funny. They're so quick to not check that, oh, man, he dropped the link in a bunch of these descriptions, but he missed this one, da-da-da. They're just so quick to be like, razor sharp teeth, like, you effed up. At that point, I'm just like, my mind, just because the way I'm wired, I just put up my middle finger and then I'm like, nah, I'm not putting anything in any description. F you. Just as a middle finger. And I'm like, you can't address one hater that, you know what I'm saying? But that's just how I initially react to people just talking at ism. But anyways, let's get into this. This is I Quit Being a Dad, Larry the Cable Guy. If you guys are here for it, like, share, comment, subscribe. And I'll try to link this video in the description. If I don't, I literally gave you every piece of information you need to find the video online. And I would like you to watch their content independently of mine because I like to support the people uploading this shit, right? My reactions aren't a freaking substitute for the original. But anyways, let's go. This is Larry the Cable Guy.
how the Lord can create life. I mean, it's unbelievable. You just see that little baby's head pop out. Your whole life is transformed and changed, and you just love it so much, and you cry, And then 10 years later, that same thing, you want to slap the living out of it. You know what I mean? It's unbelievable, the whole different. I remember when my little boy was born, I was scared to hit a speed bump leaving the hospital for fear his head would go like that and crack open or something. Here I am 10 years later, driving down the interstate, trying to get the perfect whack on the middle of his freaking head. And my wife's like, be careful, you're gonna crash. I don't give a shit. I'll kill everybody in his car right now. All right? I can care less. I've had it with him right now. It's ridiculous. Yeah, the Pope came out and said married couples should have more kids. Well, it's easy for him to say. Daggone Pope ain't got no kids. How about I drop my kids off at the Vatican for a couple hours? How's that sound? Yeah, see if they can get grape jelly out of the Pope hat, all right?
Nah, don't drop your kids off at the Vatican, cuz. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's crazy because I'm at that level. I have a 6-year-old, and she's still really cute, but she's starting to get a little sassy. And we have an infant, and it's so weird to see you're like, damn. Our 6-year-old used to be like this. She's still cute. But yeah, man, those personality shifts are wild. And I'm very scared because I know I was a freaking nut growing up. I was a fool, doing stupid stuff. And I'm like, please don't have my genes, man. Well, yeah, have my genes because, you know what I'm saying, you don't want the milkman's genes. But please, don't do what I did is all I'm trying to say. Anyway, let's go. I quit being a dad. Hey, don't do that.
That's why I never understood kidnapping. Really? You want to put up with this bullshit? Are you kidding me? Holy, if you kidnap my kids, they'd be back on the porch in 2 days with an apology note strapped to the side of it. Oh, but I love them. I don't care what age it is. You put up with it. I love them so much, I tell you. You know, I was going to homeschool my kids, and then my wife reminded me, we're idiots. Hey, I was home.
That's low key a double. Yo, that's hard. It's funny because we homeschool. That's hilarious.
Reminded me, we're idiots. Hey, I was homeschooled and I loved it. I finished second in my class. It wasn't until 2 years ago my mom told me that she'd made the dog valedictorian. I worry about my kids, though. They're so sweet. My little girl's such a sweetie, and my little boy's got a kind heart, and I just worry about bullies and, you know, I was bullied by a fourth grader one time, and, I hated every minute of it. So I went home and told my wife she's got to go pick the kids up because I can't handle it down there no more. Hey, you laughed. There's some big fourth graders out there. I mean, this girl, she wasn't small. I'll guarantee you that much.
That's dope. The one thing I started noticing the more I watch comedy is the writing. Like the way he wrote that and he just kept going up. Like, he was like, yo, I got bullied. He's insinuating that he got bullied as a child. But then the misdirection is the funny part where he's just like, yo, I got bullied at my kid's school by a fourth grader. And you're like, bro. And then to top it off is like, she's a girl. Like, it's just funny. Like when you understand the writing process, you could actually start to write jokes if you could come up with even just like a simple premise. But if you could see that there, identify it, and then have a funny enough premise, you could start to, you know, write for yourself.
Remembered Father's Day, my kids. By the way, Father's Day is the biggest piece of holiday they got out there. That's where your wife and kids take your money and buy you you didn't want to begin with. All right? But my kids, they're so sweet. They drew a picture of me and put "We love you, Daddy" on it. And which is awesome. And I felt so bad because instead of me going, man, I love my kids, this is all, the only thing I could think when they give it to me was, I'm not that fat, am I? And it bugged me, and I told them, kids, I like the picture, but I'm not that fat. And they're like, yeah, you are. I'm like, no, I'm not. Yeah, so they took the picture and held it up to my cell phone, and it unlocked it.
He's tripping. That's ignorant.
Took family vacation. Everybody wants to go canoeing, which I didn't want to do. Canoeing's an old Indian word that means butt blisters. Yeah.
I bet canoeing is a native word. It sounds native, don't it? I don't have a clue. Actually, I'm going to look that up. Oh, what did I do? What did I just hit? Hold on, man. What the hell? Oh. I was like, what happened? What did happen? Anyway. Where does the word canoe come from? My bad. This is a random side quest. Oh, it was. The word canoe comes from the Taino word canoa, which was used by the indigenous Arakan-speaking people of the Caribbean to describe their lightweight narrow boats. All right, cool. We learn something new every day. But so he actually is like, every now and then I'll do something like that because he's not just writing bullshit. Like there's actually some depth to that, like in my opinion. So anyway.
Took family vacation. Everybody wants to go canoeing, which I didn't want to do. Canoeing's an old Indian word that means butt blisters. Yeah, canoeing's a lot of fun when you're a fat guy. Yeah, that's a lot of fun right there. My little boy's in the front. I'm in the back, going down the river for 5 miles, popping a wheelie, going in circles. Got a catfish stuck to my nipple. I can't get it off of there. He's like, why do I got to wear a life jacket? Because if this thing tips over, it'll keep you alive long enough for me to save the Kentucky Fried Chicken over there, all right? You know what the difference between canoeing with your wife and canoeing with your little boy is? When you're done canoeing, your little boy is still talking to you.
He's snapping. Yo, this is kind of crazy. Like, not trying to. I'm actually kind of concerned for him because I like him as a dude. Like, I like his personality. I like him. He is getting a little overweight, and that's going to affect his. As you get to that age, like, your health concerns arise with that type of weight. And the reason I notice it is because I started reacting to his early stuff from Blue Comedy Collar Tour. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And he definitely looked different. I mean, we all age, but yeah, man. Anyways, hey, I guess as long as he's happy, that's what really matters. And they do say laughter is the cure for a lot of things, so maybe that'll keep him going until I don't know how long he wants to be here. I personally trying to get to that 100 at least, but that's just me. Anyways, let me know what I got, what I missed. That was Larry the Cable Guy. He always drops bombs.
City boy, city boy.